Republican lawmakers are divided as a deadline to avoid a government shutdown looms. They have until next Friday to pass spending bills to keep the government running. But House Speaker Mike Johnson has yet to announce a plan to get this done. He has previously said Republicans do not want to close down the government. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins us. Nikole, thanks for being here. What's the latest on whether the government's going to be shut down or not?
Well, I wish I had an answer for you, Bob, but the short answer is we still don't know. Obviously, Speaker Johnson has made clear that he wants to act with urgency here. He spent the better part of the week really conferring with fellow Republican lawmakers on a path forward, whether that is doing some kind of straight CR or continuing resolution that would extend government funding through early next year. But then there's also talk of this potential laddered CR, one in which it would kind of occur more so on a staggered or rolling basis in terms of extending government funding by agency based on some of the appropriations bills that have been passed. I did talk to some House Republicans about which approach they favor. Take a listen.
I'm good with both, but I do like the idea of the...
If you had to pick one.
I'd go with the latter, only because we have some appropriations done. Let's send that over to the Senate. Let's send the CR out on the appropes that we didn't get through, and at least we're making progress, and we're putting more of a sense of urgency to it.
Whatever we do, I don't think anybody in the Republican Party truly wants to shut down the government. Now, of course, if it comes to that point, the media is going to blame the Republican Party for shutting down the government, because you do every single damn time the government gets shut down.
So, right now there really doesn't seem to be a consensus based on, which Republican you talk to for which approach or strategy to take. I also talked to Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries earlier today during his weekly press conference and asked him about whether Democrats would be open to considering this idea. He says that it is a non-starter for Democrats. They simply want a clean CR. But as you know, Bob, it's unlikely that Republicans, at least in the House, will take that course of action, so it remains to be seen.
Nikole, let's listen to Senator Joe Manchin in his announcement today to not seek re-election.
I will not be running for re-election to the United States Senate. But what I will be doing is traveling the country and speaking out to see if there is an interest in creating a movement to mobilize the middle and bring Americans together.
Nikole, we're going to get to a little bit more of the political analysis on all of the Manchin fallout later in the show. But what's your reporting on Capitol Hill? He's talking about mobilizing the middle. Do people in the Democratic Party on the Hill believe he's essentially running for president, just hasn't announced?
Well, I think it remains to be seen. We did see a statement earlier this afternoon from No Labels, which has kind of been pushing this idea potentially of a unity presidential ticket. And they said that they will have a decision to make on that at some point early next year. But those close to the senator say that people shouldn't read too much into this notion that he may want to travel the country and talk to people. I mean, I think broadly speaking, in terms of senators here on the Hill, they do see this as a loss. They see Joe Manchin as a good faith partner, someone who has been able to work across the aisle. And so from that standpoint, many senators were disappointed, but certainly grateful for Senator Manchin's service.
Nikole Killion, thank you.
You bet.